Hello all, it's the guy Ty from Nakama Studios Universe. You probably have seen me and my friends making skits recently. If you haven't, make sure to check them out after this video. Anyway, I decided I wanted to dive into another love I have besides making people laugh, which is gaming. With this new segment called Nakama GameCorner, I want to share with you guys my favorite things of gaming, review some of the latest and classic games, and giving you highlights of my gaming experiences with friends. For the first official video, I felt it will only be appropriate if I gave you a top 5 of one of the things I love most in any video game franchise, the soundtrack. So get your game faces on as we dive into my top 5 soundtracks I love from video games. Number 5, Danganronpa. Now we're only going to start with the first Danganronpa game in the series. In that series, you're hit with many different emotions and scenarios, some intense, some comical, and some just downright epic. OSTs like Despair Syndrome fills you with just that, a sense of despair as if your efforts to come out on top were futile. Then you have tracks like Beautiful Dead that are a downtime feel where you can catch your breath and reflect on what the heck just happened. It's not very easy to place Danganronpa's soundtrack in just one category of music genre, and in all honesty, I don't think it needs to be categorized. Danganronpa has its own sound unique to its dark setting, colorful cast, and message to players that even when in the face of despair, you can never give up hope. Insert New World Order OST. Number 4, Nier Automata. Now if it weren't for the fact that this is a relatively new game and I recently dived into it, this would be higher on my list. However, that does not diminish this gorgeous soundtrack at all in my eyes. I can name all the OSTs in-game that made me feel as if I physically was in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by robots. One that truly stood out was the amusement park. Before walking into the terrain and noticing the scenery, the music gives me the feeling of being in an eerie amusement park before even seeing anything such as a merry-go-round or roller coaster. And trust that if the boss battles did not have an orchestra of epic proportions playing in the background, my love for this soundtrack would dissolve faster than Goku's new form in Dragon Ball Super. Spoiler alert, not really, you should have seen it. Whether it's an abandoned ruin or a destroyed city you are venturing into, Nier Automata will have the type of music to have you worship both the beauty and the sorrow of the post-apocalyptic. Number 3, Kingdom Hearts. Now for you newcomers, let me inform you guys now so you don't ever have to ask. I love Kingdom Hearts. It is by far my favorite franchise of all time, aside from a few others, but that's a top 5 for another day. The idea to put Disney characters into a setting with original characters, as well as cameos from Final Fantasy characters, and creating a story around it was amazing. And what's even more amazing is, that's right, you guessed it, the soundtrack. Another fun fact about me, I love Disney. So imagine my pleasure when I get to play in worlds like Halloween Town, Atlantis, 100 Acre Woods. That counts, right? And hearing some of my favorite melodies I grew up with gives me a nostalgic vibe as I play. And I certainly can't forget the original sounds made for the game, such as Kingdom Hearts' calming Traverse Town theme, or Kingdom Hearts 2 heroic Fight to the Death, or Sinister Shadows, aka the 1000 Heartless battle. And of course, I can't talk about the soundtrack of Kingdom Hearts without the 2 hit songs, Simple and Clean and Sanctuary, from the talented Utada Hikaru, and Yoko Shimomura's now what I consider to be a classic score for the main menu, Dearly Beloved, aka I want to play the game but the piano is so beautiful I can't bring myself to hit the start button. Anyway, whether you're stuck at the start screen like I am, or experiencing every other score the Kingdom Hearts franchise has to offer, you're doing your ears a solid. Number 2, the Sonic series. Now I know what you guys are thinking. I was just gushing over my love for Kingdom Hearts, so why would I put the Sonic soundtrack in front of the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack? Well, after I asked myself, the answer was simple for me. Sonic has many soundtracks throughout all its games that are complete earworms. Sonic R's Can You Feel the Sunshine and Living in the City are in my playlist as we speak, ready to cheer me up after I watch an anime where my favorite character dies. I might have said that with a little bit too much gusto. Anyway, Sonic Heroes team themes, even Team Rose's, give me a feel of every team and what they represent. Not to mention, Ocean Palace makes me want to take a trip to the beach. Well, not really. I hate the beach. But I love the Ocean Palace OST. Shadow the Hedgehog, despite people's reception of it, still has some amazing songs, like Never Turn Back and All Hail Shadow. Even Sonic Force's new main theme, Fist Bump, has me pumped for the new game. And let's be honest, If you haven't heard the iconic Green Hill Zone OST, you were either born in 2017, you don't know or care for Sonic, or your name is Patrick Star. Needless to say, Sonic has so many themes I love, it would have been criminal not to make his soundtrack my second favorite, which brings me to my number 1 favorite soundtrack. Now a little story about me, guys. Back when I first started working, I could finally start buying my own things. Games, hygiene products, games, clothing, games, and most importantly, I could buy games. After buying myself a PS Vita, the next question was, what game would I buy for it? And there it was, Persona 4 Golden. Funny enough, I had mistaken Persona 4 Golden for Persona 4 Arena, thinking they made a port for the Vita. So you can imagine my surprise when I realized I had picked up an RPG instead of a fighting game. Best mistake I ever made. Aside from the amazing story, lovable cast, and simple yet efficient gameplay, the soundtrack was the icing on the cake to make me love this series. Guys, I can name all the OSTs: Signs of Love, Time to Make History, Reach Out to the Truth. Goodness gracious. After playing Persona 4, I went back in the game's chronology and played 3. And guess what? That soundtrack was stellar too. Be it Persona Q, Persona Arena Ultimax, Persona Dancing All Night, and the new critically acclaimed Persona 5, the soundtrack never disappoints. And just like the themes each game represents, Shoji Meguro does a spectacular job of representing all the same with his compositions, with vocal talent from artists such as Yumi Kawamura, Shihoko Hirata, and Lin Inazumi, which is why the Persona series is my favorite soundtrack to date. And with that, guys, those are my top 5 soundtracks and video games I love. So now it's your turn to tell me, what are your favorite soundtracks and video games? Let me know in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give me and the bros of Nakama Studios Universe a like and subscribe if you like. And don't forget to ring that bell so you can get notifications to your phone and other devices for more content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, be safe, be great, see you later.